Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Friday, March 7th. Happy Friday, everyone. 6:21 right now. We got market opening up in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update. Obviously, the crazy market moves here based off the NFP data. You guys can see there was a big spike back and forth, but it did push back up. So we'll kind of play by ear, identify what we can pull from this movement, and we'll go from there. Last day of the trading week. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. I feel like I got sick from that trip. Lingering. All right, looks like we are good to go here. So as people join in, I'm gonna go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Looks good. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, March 7th. It is 6:23 right now. Happy Friday, everyone. Got market opening up in about 7 minutes. So I'm just going to mark up the liquidity real quick, and then we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. So big spike right there for the NFP candle, of course, pretty much knocked out a lot of the sitting liquidity that's been waiting around for, the past month. Down to the 30-minute, down to the 15-minute, down to the 10, and back down to the 1 minute here. So, all right, guys, I got liquidity marked up here. Closest level of liquidity is above right here at 42,506. Closest level of liquidity below is at 42,411 down here. This upper one's probably going to get hit pre-market. As you guys can see from this huge NFP candle over here. Let's mark up NFP news right there, of course. So that was NFP news for today. Huge spike right there, as you guys can see. Price pushed up, let's see about, push up about 286 points, and it pushed down about 93 points. You guys can see it's just a huge spike to the upside and then correction all the way back down. So you guys can see the manipulation here, right? This was just a new spike, but then it came back down to where it was supposed to go. So just something to keep in mind right there. It's the spike doesn't necessarily dictate what's going to happen next. What happens next is what happens next. So just because it pushed up, because yesterday we were anticipating it to push down. It initially pushed down, it looks like about 100 points right here, and then it pushed up, and then it came all the way back down. So it was basically a whipsaw candle. It took people out on both ends. If you took it for a sell, you might have gotten some profit there if you got out with good enough time. Otherwise, if you take it for a buy, you probably would make some profit there. And if you close out, stop out again right there. So this is why I don't really trade news anymore. I used to trade news because in the past we used to like you can just the news candles would just go in one direction, right? Like you want to get a whipsaw like this, market would just candle would open and then it would just spike. Now it doesn't really do that. It goes both ways. So unless you have a really, really wide stop loss, it's going to be really easy to get, wiped out, of course. So just something to keep in mind, in the future, if you guys ever do decide to take any news candles, the news candles don't move like they used to. Like say like maybe 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, when it used to just move one direction. Because I think I think the market makers and institutions, they do know that people do that nowadays, right? People gamble on news. They try to trade one way or the other. And a lot of times people get burnt both ways. It's not a game that I would say is winnable anymore on a consistent basis. Because I used to trade that way and I used to make a ton of profits. But I showed you guys that strategy a long time ago. It was like an almost guaranteed way to pass an eval if you're doing an eval. But nowadays it's really, really risky to take those types of trades. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, Lila. Morning, Christian. Morning, Siobhan. Morning, Glenn. Morning, everybody. So, all right, guys, looking at the market so far, let's start doing our analysis for the day. So we have liquidity over here marked up around the board. So I'll put liquidity target right there. If you guys are curious what the liquidity targets are, the numbers are going to be right here in blue on the right side. So liquidity right there. This liquidity here didn't get broken yet, surprisingly. It's probably gonna get broken once market opens up though. So let's take a look at the overall trend bias. So looking over here at the 4-hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute, you can see price here is below the pivots. Pivots are angling down. Trade meters red. So looking at all the time frames here on the overall bias, it looks like a bearish trend. So we might be looking for some sells today again. Obviously, that's going to be one of the things we're going to be looking for. So with the trend bias right here, obviously bearish. Let's take a look at the market profile. Price is currently rejecting off the value low right here. Bouncing off it, might come back down and break through it. It's going to close in about 2 minutes. So in about 2 minutes, we'll see what happens when this candle closes. If it bounces off the value low and pushes back up to the point of control. Might do that, might not. There's no guarantees here. So obviously you want to wait for this to actually play out. And then we'll kind of play it by ear. Direction for the breakout today is going to be a sell. Market's opening up in about, sorry guys. I feel like I got sick from that trip. It's so on my like literally trying to cough this out. Like every couple minutes. So guys, the direction for the breakout today is going to be a sell. We currently have a sell signal right here. So it's going to be a sell. If this ends up pushing down too heavily, about like 50 points or so, then in a situation like that, you might want to flip it the other way. You don't have to, but that's kind of what we look for. But price is bouncing off market profile right here on the 30-minute time frame. Over here on the 1 minute, price is, it bounced off market profile down below, but now it's coming back down. Over here at volume profile, we don't really have any rejections on this point. Looking over here at the clean chart, we have rejections off the top end right here, so sells do look decent. But again, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a tricky play here because of what happened with the NFP news this morning. Looking at the SR chart over here, I'll leave these zones alone from yesterday. Zones haven't really changed too much, pretty much same zones as the previous day. And market is now open. So we got the breakout currently running. It's in this area of sessions though. So this is a highly manipulated area right here. And I probably wouldn't have taken the breakout in this area since it was stuck in the sessions. The good thing with this here is that a lot of the red flags are going to be around the same area. So we got this right here. Hey, what's up, Sam? Morning. Morning, Maria. All right, so we got market open right here. Let me see what other news events we have coming up. So we got the Fed speaking at 7:15, Fed speaking at 7:45, inflation rate at 7:15. Other than that, we're pretty much good to go. So we do have the Fed speaking at 7:15 and 7:45. That's going to be something to look out for because you might start to get some like unusual price movements around those points. So 7:15, 7:45. You don't got to be scared about it though. We'll kind of play by ear and see what happens. But anyways, we'll have the sellers in control from up here. and buyers trying to flip price back up at some point. So possibly the buyer's flipping price back up over here. It's coming up hitting liquidity right there. All right, so liquidity got knocked out right there. We have a buy signal that's currently pending. You can see if there's any confluences to the upside here. There's no rejections here, but there is an engulfing candle. So switch this out. So we do have an engulfing candle right there. Looking at the market profile, it is currently at the value low right now. So I probably look for some rejections. There's some buys right here at the 440 mark. Let me see if I can. Looking at the time and sales. I've been looking at time and sales to see if there's any bulk orders like around a certain price area. I mean, it's probably happening earlier, not right now. Trying to see like where these buy orders are coming from. 531. So we got that pending buy signal right there. I don't really see any rejections off the bottom end though, so I don't have those confluences that I'm looking for. So typically I like to look for some rejections off the bottom side. Don't see anything here off the levels chart. We do have a rejection off the support level right here, or resistance turn support. Nothing on the volume profile. So we do have a rejection off the top end here now. We got a rejection off the value low here on the 30-minute time frame for market profile. So price might be swinging back down. Also have a rejection right here off the 1 minute. And a rejection right here off the clean chart as well. So we got some nice top rejections over here. If this is the case, possibility of price coming back down. Otherwise, price might keep pushing back up, but we'll see what happens here. We have a V1 variation setting up right here. So it kind of depends on how this candle here closes. If it closes and it pushes back down further, we may have a continuation to the downside. Did not close as a V1 variation, and price is still climbing up here. So no red candle right there. This is going to be a tricky area, guys, because we have a, this is what a lot of people call a session sandwich. We have sessions up here, and we got sessions down here. So this is going to be a bit of an issue because it's going to be hard to take buys here unless we get past this area, and it's going to be hard to take sells here unless we get past this area. So like I might have to just sit back for a little bit, wait for price to push out of this area here. So I'm going to look for price to either push above, maybe catch something up here. If not, maybe a bit higher up here. Or if I'm going to look for some sells, I'm going to look for price to push below here. And I'll look for entries down here. So I got a window down here. Small window right here. Another window up here. So I'm not really looking to trade within this middle area where price is currently at. Just a lot of red flags around these points. Yeah, Shivam says 42,670 is his resistance area for 45-minute TPO, could reach then reject. Hey, Brock, morning. Okay, let's see. Yours is at 42,670. Okay, yeah, I see it. The point of control. Yeah, I can see that too. That's pretty much where I marked it up earlier, right? So we talked about that in the chat. So like I mentioned over here, I saw it bouncing off the value low, the 4240. So it lines up with the analysis that Shivam just mentioned. I said it was bouncing off the value low right here, and it's probably gonna push up to this area, or this area, or this area. That's a point of control. If price climbs up any higher, this is like where price is aiming to hit. Price is aiming to push in this direction to the point of control. That's if price keeps climbing. It doesn't necessarily have to keep climbing, but if it does, that's going to be the target area that we're going to look for price to, continue pushing to. We're getting a break and retest right here off the value low on the 1 minute. So the buyers look like they can still push price up further. The only problem here is we're getting a bit of a mixed analysis. So this here is dropping below on the 1 minute. It's also rejecting off the top right here on the 30-minute. It's a little tricky right now. I mean, if you guys are looking to take an MPS V2 for a buy, I mean, technically you can still take it if it pushes up. The problem here is that it's going to be right at the sessions. You know, the sessions here are going to be, it's a key thing that I try to avoid, right? I'll sometimes take trades at news price, but the sessions, usually it's an area where I want to avoid. Because price tends to really respect the sessions. It doesn't respect the news price or opening price all the time, but for the sessions, more often than not, it does. So we're getting a nice rejection off this point, guys. I think price is ready to keep dropping from here. Rejection right there off that value low on the 30-minute. No rejections here off the clean chart. No rejections here off the support resistance. I mean, it looks like price here is kind of just going back and forth at the moment. Sell signal was pending on this candle right here, but it has not returned. Okay, so it's pending right there. The problem with this again, guys, is I can't really take entries around this area because of the red flags right here, right? Even if I get a sell signal, like I need price to really be below here for me to take that entry. Because I'm not going to take it at the sessions. Looks like we might get some consolidation here. So let me just draw this up. So it looks like this consolidation zone actually started a while back. It's been consolidating within this middle area for a while now. And then this upwards push kind of just locked it in. Yeah, price is just ranging right now between this area right here. It started to establish right here, and it confirmed once we got to this upper zone. It wouldn't really matter anyway. So like this range right here is in between the sessions anyway. So we want, well, for me personally, I want price to break out of this area. So in order for me to take some buys here, I need price to push up higher. This is an MPS2 setting up right here, guys, if anybody's looking to take it. If price breaks and closes below or above this black line right here, possible MPS V2, but like I said, there's a session sandwich happening right here. And I mean, me personally, I wouldn't take the trade in a situation like that. Yeah, also, Christian said candle's way too big for him. Brock said not time yet for him. Shabam said ATR is also 45. So a lot of things there to look at. ATR is too high, candle's too big, and entry point is too early for Brock, which I agree with everybody. So again, I'm just gonna wait and see what comes up here. So I'll be using a 30-30 TP stop loss since the ATR is a little high. Maybe even want to bump it up to 40-40, but as of now, I'll keep it at 30-30. I think that's gonna be fine. Sam said since Tuesday, price is in a range on higher time frames, so be careful. Yeah, I agree. I noticed that too. It's been in a range right here, so it's obvious right here on the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour right here, we do have the range just like Sam mentioned, and then you can see it even more clear on the 1-hour. See, this is the higher time frame, 4-hour. It looks like price doesn't know where to go. So this is the 4-hour time frame. We're currently in a range, and then you look over here on the 1-hour. It's a little more obvious, right? The 1-hour is actually way bigger. The range is super far out. There's a range right there. And you guys got to keep in mind, this is a higher time frame. It's not a lower time frame range. See that? 1-hour consolidation range, 4-hour consolidation range. Not exactly the type of market you want to be in. And then again, right here in the 1-minute, an even smaller consolidation range. So we got a sell signal here, guys. That means that there's no MPS V2 for a buy. that much for a trade anyways. Price is just going back and forth. I was hoping the NFP day would cause a directional market, but you guys can see here that there's a lot of uncertainty with regards to direction or price. There's volatility, there's just no direction. ATR is super high right now, 51. So yeah, looking at this here, pretty heavy back and forth. Yeah, Shivam said probably will be choppy until Fed Jeremy starts talking at 5:30. Is he speaking at 5:30? I don't even see Jeremy on here. I got Bowman speaking at 7:15. So in about 30 minutes, I have Fed Bowman speaking. Then I got Williams at 7:45. Let me check Forex Factory. Maybe I didn't update my calendar. Okay, so today on Friday. Yeah, you might be the wrong day, Siobhan. Let me see, you said Jeremy. Yeah, because I have Bowman speaking at 7:15. I got Williams speaking at 7:45. I don't see anything here with Jeremy. Was he speaking earlier this week? Jerome Powell, yeah. Oh, Powell speaks at 9:30. Okay, never mind, I see. Yeah, Jerome. I was like, who's Jeremy? Jerome, yeah, no, you're good. I was like, I don't even think there's a Fed member named Jeremy. But yeah, Powell's speaking later at 9:30 today. So a little later in the past session. So middle of the day he'll be speaking. Yeah, that's gonna be big. So for sure when Powell starts speaking, uh it'll be you can see here it's high impact because he's gonna fuck shit up. So well, I won't be trading at that time, but that's kind of what people are gonna be looking for possibly. All right, so we got so we got price pushing up right here. We might be able to get some an MPS to the upside here. The only problem is that, again, we want to be away from these sessions. So I'll be following. So I'm going to start looking for rejections off the structure. So we don't have any, or we do have a rejection right here, possibly off the 1 minute market profile. That's looking good. We don't exactly have a rejection off this here. It looks like it's pushing up to the point of control. Shalom. So your target area up there, it's almost there. We got a rejection here off the volume profile and rejection right here off the whole number. So ideally, I would like to see this candle close. I was hoping it was going to close green. There's an MPS V2 that's going to set up right here, but again, it's going to be right at the sessions, guys. So if you guys want to take this, you can take it at your own risk. It's going to be a little tricky because it's like literally on the sessions. And it might be a little bit of a big candle too. The ATR is currently at 52. It's extremely high. I'm gonna hold off on this one. But if you guys want to take it, feel free. Candle's closing in about 20 seconds. It has good confluences. It's at the sessions and it's also rejecting off. Well, it's at the sessions, candle's big. It is an engulfing candle though, so you might get some retracement here. I'll wait for it if it retraces back a little bit and maybe get in for a late entry if it swings back up. So it's running right now. Looks like I want to push past this liquidity target. Looks like it's gonna hit full TP. Almost. A full TP right there if you guys took it. I mean, this was just a bit of a tricky entry for me. It was candle was too big. It was at the sessions. I mean, everything here kind of lined up perfectly, but it's okay. So it is now at the point of control. It is at the point of control. This might be a bounce area, so let's see if it bounces off here and comes back down. Or if it doesn't, we'll see if it pushes back up further. So it is at a bounce area right now. It's straight to the target right there, Shiva. So this is why I like using this tool here, because this went hand in hand with the buy entry right here, right? No drawdown right there. It just went straight up.
Connection lost.
Connection lost. Let me see what the hell is going on with me. What got disconnected? 437. Back on now. All right, we got price pushing up. Nice, Sam took it. Nice work, Sam. Catching that buy there. All right, we got price pushing past the point of control. Might bounce off the value high that up here. So price is currently at the value high here on the 1 minute. $7.40. So the 1 minute value high is getting pushed up a little higher. And this thing is pushing up really strong. So this is a pretty strong push to the upside right now for the measure it from down here. All right, it's pushed up almost 400 points since I think the buyer's in control over here. Oh, it pretty much corrected back up. We had the big bullish push here off NFP data, came down super sharply, and it came right back up. The market open. All right. Projection right here off the sessions. There's nothing for us to take here. We need price to retrace back a little bit before we can start looking for any opportunities. So I'm gonna give it some time. If you guys are just joining in, there's only one entry that's come up so far. MPSB2 right there. Engulfing, 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 engulfing. All right. So it looks like price here is retracing down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, price is definitely overextended at this point. You guys can see here. It's pushed up quite a bit. It's rejecting off the value high. So this 30-minute candle right here is gonna bounce off the value high. It looks like this 30-minute market profile candle. If it rejects off this point, the thing you can possibly look for is either a continuation to the upside and a rejection off this value high, or a bounce from here and come back down from this point. So we'll we'll see. Glenn said his price rejecting off the 5-minute support. I don't have any support on my chart right now at that point. Yeah, I don't have any support here. Looks like it's in the open at the moment. It's rejecting off the upper end right here. So rejecting off the whole number, the 750. It is rejecting off the value high right here at the 760 and the 760 and 740. So we have some top rejections here. Rejection right here off the 770 off the 1 minute. So we've got some nice top rejections here. We'll see if the sellers might be pushing price back down from this point. So looking at the market overall, guys, it looks like we're in a huge range, right? So pretty much price pushed up right here, pre-market for the NFP news, came all the way down here, established a support or floor level, and then now it's pushing back up, and it looks like it might be coming right back down. So, I mean, it's pretty much a really big range, which is fine. I don't mind trading in a range because we have our rejections right here. So we have this top rejection off the value high, means price is overpriced. We got rejection right here off the whole number, 750. So we'll see what happens here. So it's now rejecting off the support on the SR chart, Glenn. Earlier when you asked, price was up here, there was no support there for me. Now rejected directly off my support. So exactly off my support right there. So I was hoping we get a sell signal here, but we didn't. So it's still, I mean, we need to get that sell signal in order for us to really have a retracement or a pullback at all. I think I might be waiting until 7 o'clock because right here, this is going to dictate what happens next. So like I said earlier, when this candle here closed, I said this is probably going to bounce off the value low and come right back up, right? And that's exactly what happened here. So now that we have this candle closing, the 30-minute, if this here rejects off the value high, then I'm expecting price to come back down, at least to the point of control maybe. So we will see what happens here next. It's got 5 minutes left on this candle. So I think this will probably go in limbo for like the next 5 minutes. And then once this 30-minute candle closes, it'll start to move in a direction. So I'll be watching this here. If this rejects off here, doesn't close above it, you might see a little small push up to the upside, reject off it further, and then come back down. But that's what it looks like it's going to happen here next. This is why I use multiple time frames here for market profiles. I like to see the 1 minute rejection. I also like to see the 30-minute confirmations over here. Because the first movement of the 30-minute candle is typically going to show you like what's going to happen over the next 30 minutes, right? If you see the rejection, you're like, okay, if that's a rejection right there, it's got 30 minutes for it to reach the point of control. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. It gives me time to understand, okay, this is how much time we have to come back to where it needs to go. So it's going to go in limbo here, probably for the next 5 minutes, maybe push up a little bit, maybe push down a little bit, and then eventually make its move to the downside. Yeah, it looks like price is just sitting right here at the 750. We got 5 minutes here. I think this will really just sit here for the next 5 minutes. Let's measure these candles real quick. So the candles are a lot smaller. This is where you want to be careful. Since these candles are a lot smaller, expect a breakout to happen at some point soon. Yeah, because the ATR is too high. It's 40 points. These candles are moving like 20 points or under. Eventually, you're going to get that big candle just come out of nowhere. All right, so just sit tight, guys. We got about 4 minutes, 3 minutes until the 30-minute candle closes. Maybe a 30-minute candle is going to have a big impact. Because look at this 30-minute chart over here. Messy, right? Huge, huge candle right there. Let's go back to the 4-hour. See that huge rejection off the bottom end? Price tried to come down, failed to do so. So it might come down and retest it again. It's a 4-hour time frame. So the shorter time frames are bullish again. 1 minute's bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish. Everything else on the higher time frames are still bearish. So 1 hour, 4-hour, 30-minute, all bearish. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10-minute, all bullish. You had a nice big engulfing candle right here. Price rejected directly off the value high. Like I was saying earlier, something to look out for. Again, on a 30-minute rejection off the value high. So this might be a push right back down to, it's already at the point of control. Maybe a push back down to the value low down here. We got a sell signal here pending. Pending hasn't closed. All right, let's see what's going on here. I don't think that sell signal has closed. We got another pending one right here. Got 2 minutes until this 30-minute candle closes. We're at the point of control. Looks like price might bounce off the point of control here and come back down further to the value low. We do have a nice rejection off the top end. Rejection right here too off the value high. So we had double rejections right there. It's also rejecting off the point of control though. So we've got a 3-point rejection here. Value high for the volume, value high for market profile, and then we have the point of control down below. The sell signal here still hasn't closed. It's trying to close, but it's having trouble. All right, the sell signal has closed. We have about a minute till 7 o'clock. We got price now. We got a couple of rejection points. So let me show you the rejection points now. Rejection off the value high right here. Another rejection off the value high right here. Another rejection off the point of control right here. So price is definitely trying to come down. I mean, if you wanted to take this as a momentum entry, you could have. Like I said, we have a lot of strategies that you guys can apply. I don't necessarily apply the momentum, but that one right there is pushing through. This candle's going to close in about 17 seconds. Again, I would still need to have some sort of confirmation here before I take entry. Rejection off the value high here off the volume profile. Starting to come down now. So here goes a 30-minute candle. Starting to dump pretty hard. Yeah, Glenn said, I think it's still tricky to take sells. Maybe price will consolidate before it chooses a direction. Yeah, well, at this point now, since the 30-minute candle has closed, like I said, the target price point here is probably going to be the value low. If it reaches that value low, the next target price point is probably going to be the next value low down here. This doesn't necessarily mean take sells and just hold on to them, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, right? It's really just looking for like our price action opportunities for entry. Now we're getting a rejection right here off the sessions. Shivam said, insane already. 200 points moved down, yeah, from this top end, right? So right here, I marked the sellers in control from this point. The seller did take control, and price is now dropping a little further. Again, we're going to have opportunity here for entry, but like I said earlier, this is going to be tough because this is going to be right at the sessions. So we have an MPS V2 setting up right here, but it's going to be literally at the sessions, just like earlier over here. I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. There's a lot of confluences here though. Rejection off the value high. value high right here, point of control, 30-minute. Price is actually rejecting off the value low. So I would probably be careful here, guys. I don't know if I would take the sells at this point. Price is rejecting off the value lows. It's probably gonna keep pushing up higher from here. So it came down to the value low. I think it's gonna be continuing to the upside. CJ said, don't know about anyone else, but my Ninja kept disconnecting and now it's giving me an error message. Did it give you the panic message, CJ? Mine was disconnecting earlier. The last time it disconnected was at 6:47, so about like 15 minutes ago. It's been good so far though, so it's a good sign. Yeah, if you're getting that panic message, I would log out and log back in. It's weird, right? It like initially I thought it was like maybe I thought it was like maybe my antivirus or firewall or something like that, but there's just some days where Ninja just has connection issues. I don't know what causes it, but it seems like whenever there's high impact news days, it's I don't know. It always throws me off, honestly. Yeah, CJ said it's giving me the panic message, and when I logged out and logged back in, it's giving me an error message. Weird. What does the error message say? I haven't seen that happen before for me. Reddit login error message. Oh, you can't get into NinjaTrader at all. That's weird. Might want to reset your password. Unless you're using Apex, then you might have to like ask them to fix that. Unless they updated your entry or your yeah, TradeAvate. You might have to go back into TradeAvate, go into your add-ons, and then enable multi provider or something like that. I forget what it's called. There's an option under your add-ons. I know like at the beginning of each month, like for example, I have to always enable my TradeAvate for trading view. There might be some add-ons in there that you have to enable for you to log into Ninja. It's kind of annoying. It happens every month. Like I get that error message when I try to log into trading view. I'm not sure if it's the same thing with Ninja. Log into your TradeAvate on the TradeAvate website, like the TradeAvate online trader. Go to your settings and then go to add-ons. Just make sure everything's enabled. Yeah, so when you log in, go to the top right. I think there's a settings button there, and it'll have all of your accounts listed. And then you can go to like the add-ons, like go to the right side, and then it'll ask you if like there'll be stuff that's unchecked that you probably checked before. Because I had to do that on Monday when I came back, or on Tuesday when I came back from DR. I had to re-enable everything for some reason. Lamar's having the same problem, CJ. So Lamar's asking, "Hey, Kodi Kai, is anyone NinjaTrader not loading?" Yeah, Lamar, I think CJ's having the same issue. CJ can't get into NinjaTrader. I'm logged into my own personal one, so I'm not I don't have any issues with it. But yeah, it seems like a few people are having the same issue. Or it might be an Apex issue. All right, let's see what we got here. We got the buy signal currently pending. All right, we got the rejection right here off the value low. We have a pending buy signal here on the 30-minute. We got price pushing up, rejection right here as well off the value low. And we have a possible engulfing candle right here that's about to set up. So I'll put the buyers in control right here, or trying to be in control, I guess. Volume profile doesn't have any rejections off the bottom end. They have rejections off the top end. I'll just leave that as is. Support resistance right here. Price rejecting off the support level. Now we got the rejection right here at the bottom end. Volume profile. All right, we got a couple of rejections right here, but there's not much going on. It looks like price here might consolidate for a little bit. See, Chet said had to reinstall NT last night. So we're not using 120. I'm not sure where you got the number from, Chet. We're using, well, I'm using 30. You could use 120 if you want, but I'm not using 120. I'm using 30 for mine. Oh, it's in ticks. Yeah, let me see. Well, mine's in ticks too. I only use 30. I'm not sure where did you get the number 120 from? Are you trading something else? If you're trading NQ, then it might be different. But for YM, we're trading 30, even with ticks. It should be 30. Yeah, I don't use ticks. Well, because for YM we use points, the point system. Like points and ticks are the same thing for YM, but for NQ it's different. So if you, that's why I thought you were trading NQ. Because for NQ it's the setup is a little different. Like they use ticks differently. We have a possible MPS setting up right here, guys. Thanks, Jasper, for mentioning that. Let me check to see if there's any confirmations here for rejections from the upside. We do have a rejection right here off the value high. We also have a rejection right here off the point of control. Rejection right there off the volume. And a rejection right here. So we have some nice upper rejections. If this here breaks and closes past the black line right here, this is going to be a MPS V2. The one thing I don't like is that price here is consolidating sideways. So it'd have to like really close below it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so you're trading M and Q. Yeah, NQ is way different compared to YM. That's why I don't trade both of them because I got screwed up with like the ticks and the point size. So if you're trading NQ, it's probably that probably looks right. But for YM, we trade 30 points or ticks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, trade a sim place a sim trade and make sure that it's not super wide. If it's super wide, then just change it back to 30, and then it should look proper because that's the settings that I use. All right, guys, we got price kind of doing nothing right now. It's going sideways. Again, there's a possible MPS V2 for a sell that's setting up right here. Thanks, Jasper, for like mentioning that because I wasn't even looking for a sell here at all. I was looking for a possible buy. We got 20 seconds left on here. So again, I'm looking for this to break and close below. Still has not came down yet. All right, let's just do a quick analysis again real quick. The rejection right there off the value high is still pretty good. Rejection off the point of control, rejection off the point of control, value high, rejection off the whole number right there, and rejection off the resistance. So we have some pretty good confirmations here. Just need the candle here to close below the this line. About 20 seconds left on this candle. Got 5 seconds left on this candle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm in the position.
Order submit order.
All right.
Order filled.
Line up with this here. All right, it's running right now. 17 points.
Target filled. Target filled.
All right, target's filled. I'm out.
Order filled.
Great profit right there. Fuck me. I forgot to set up one of my accounts, or 4 of my accounts. Damn, I hate when that happens. I fucking forgot. Fuck me. Damn. I literally forgot to set these up. I was fucking around with the sim yesterday. Damn, okay. Well, I just missed out on like how much fucking profit was that? No, fucking missed it on 6,000. It's okay. So 4 accounts, I was like, yeah, it's all good. I hate when I do that when I'm like doing shit like in the afternoon and then I forget to set it back up. But I mean, my profits were amazing on that trade, so I have nothing to complain about. But yeah, great move right there, guys. Went straight through. Let me go and take a screenshot of. Man, I was like literally reminding myself this morning. I was like, don't forget to set up your freaking Replicano. And I forgot to do it because I had breakfast. I usually don't have breakfast in the morning, and today I did. But it's okay. It's yeah, this thing is dropping even further. So blasted right through right there, 30 points. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a screenshot of the trade and the profits so far. I'll just take a screenshot of like the whole screen because it's so you can see where my actual entry came in from. And I was like wondering why did my total profits not look like huge? Then obviously it's because I forgot to set something up, but it is what it is. Got my official trades over here. So here are my stats for the month so far. So I'm about like at 40,000 for the month now because I'm gonna add Friday's trades. But here's my stats from yesterday. I had a win on Monday, win on Tuesday, we had a loss on Wednesday, of course, win on Thursday, and then another win right here. So I made about maybe 30,000 on that trade. So I'm still aiming for my goal of like 100K for the month. I think I'll make it. It's been a good week. We had like 4 winning days, 1 loss. It's been like, for the most part, pretty solid. Okay, so we'll keep looking for entries, guys. It's still pretty early. It's 7:15 right now, so we're not done. We're not done. We'll keep looking. But that was a pretty solid entry right there. Profits. Oops. Make some more space here. That was a pretty smooth entry. There was like no drawdown on that one. It did kind of slow down for a little bit, but for the most part, I think it was a good entry. The thing that I started to notice, and you guys might notice this too. I noticed that whenever price goes in a drawdown, it's probably not going to work. So, I mean, if you want to be super, super careful, if you want to watch the position, I think if your trade goes into negative and you just want to like cut out of it early, I think you can just cut out of it early, honestly. That's what I started to notice. I don't know if you've noticed that too, Barack, but these MPS V2s, they almost never go into drawdown. See this? No drawdown. No drawdown. So if it ever goes into drawdown, if you want to be super, super careful and you're like, nah, I'm not feeling this, I would just pull out and just wait for the next one because it almost like when it doesn't go into drawdown, it almost blasts right through your TP, or it's almost like, perfect entry. So just, another thing that we're going to add to our book right there, Brock, for MPS V2. Like I said, guys, I think this MPS V2 strategy, if you guys learn this strategy and you just dial in on this specific strategy, I think you could do like really amazing things, especially if you're like, it's still early in the year, we're in March. So you have a whole year basically to test your data, right? If you just stick to the MPS V2 for like the whole year and you just keep journaling the trades, I think you're going to see some really good results. That's kind of what I'm sticking to. And then we're also improving it like pretty much every day. Here are my accounts. It kind of pisses me off a little bit when I see it, but it's okay. So here are my accounts right here off that trade, guys. So here's a trade we took, full TP right there, no drawdown. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm just gonna take screenshots now because when I show you guys the training view picture, it doesn't look as cool, but for this, you could zoom in. It's actually pretty cool. So you can see the entry that happened over here and then the entry that happened right here. But anyways, the thing I said that pisses me off is if you look over here are my profits. I locked in pretty good, nice, big wins throughout my account. And then look at this one. I got 4 accounts here that are just empty. This should have been 1,500 per account. So that would have been another 6,000 for me, but it's okay. Just gotta take it as is. But yeah, those are my profits so far. I'll update my trader sync in a little bit to kind of see where I'm at. Here, let's do it right now. Since we don't have anything else happening. Yeah, Sam said down the timing. It just bought gold break and retest and saw this. Yeah, it was a pretty smooth push to the downside. Yeah, Shabam over here said unless we get complete break, see rejections off these value highs. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was looking at too, Shabam. And if we look over here on the 30-minute, that's exactly what's happening, right? Price came up, bounced off the point of control, and now it's coming right back down to the value lows. So it's a good tool. I mean, I like using this tool just to identify where the bounces may happen. This is why I was confident about taking that sell, guys. We had so many sell rejections, right? Rejection off the point of control, rejection off the volume profile, rejection off the whole number, rejection off the resistance, and rejection off the 1-minute volume profile as well. So we had all those rejections right there. And I was like, this sell has to happen. And it happened. Played out perfect. So we got the Fed speaking right now. I mean, obviously there's no entries here or opportunities for us to take. The sellers have been in control since this point. We'll kind of look for this to maybe flip the other way, but for the most part, there's nothing to take here right now at this moment. There was an engulfing MPS V2. So this MPS V2 was an A++ setup. We had 2 confluences right here, engulfing MPS V2. And then that allowed us to take that pretty nice entry right there for A++. There's another engulfing right here. I think price is a bit overextended, so I wouldn't necessarily chase it. But if your confluences do line up with it, there's no upwards, or actually there's an upwards rejection right here off the value low. I don't see any other rejections here though, at least not yet. Yeah, there's nothing here off the clean chart. Broke passive, but not exactly a clean rejection. Yeah, not so much. So we'll keep looking for opportunities here, but at this moment, there's just nothing for us to take right now. Let me scroll up real quick. Nice. Yeah, so Shivam got it, CJ got it, Barack got it. Did you get a setup check? Oh yeah, I just saw your message right here. Nice, yeah. Said, hell yes, full TP win, got my ATM set up just in time. Brock wrote it for 40 points. Nice work, Brock. Cashing the account. Nice one by CJ. CJ got the profits done. I said pockets. Profits done for the day. Brock got his NTA back. Yeah, Chet said, yeah, this has been a good week. Wasn't able to join much, but with working on but decent week. Yeah. For the most part, I mean, see, these are the types of weeks that we're looking for, guys. Like a lot of people don't like 1-to-1 risk rewards, but if you have a win rate like this where you're winning like 4 times out of the 5 days, it doesn't matter what your win rate is in a lot of instances because we're like way in profit. So I'll take another screenshot of that once I'm done uploading my data. But let's see, Brock said his Rhythmic from NinjaTrader option was not available. Yeah, I don't like Rhythmic, Brock. That's why I haven't used it. I know you use Sierra charts, and that's good if you're using Rhythmic, but Rhythmic with Ninja is kind of difficult to use. I found it to be an issue for me, so I just don't even use it. Okay, let me go and import my trades. Let's import these first. There's nothing here right now, guys. I'm looking. Don't worry. So we got buyers maybe possibly in control right here. We'll see if this climbs back up. If we do get that, I'll be looking for my rejections. So we do have some rejections over here. Again, these confluences are going to be a big player in identifying my confidence with my entries, right? We have a rejection right here as well. So we got some rejections off the value low, 1 minute rejection, 30-minute rejection, no volume profile rejection here. Whole number rejection right here off the 550. So the buyers here could push price up. We have rejection off the support. The only thing we don't have here is we don't have volume profile rejection. Otherwise, we have all the other rejections here available. So engulfing candle, buyers trying to push price up here from the 718 candle. So basically the 718 candle right here, it's been pushing up with little to no retracement. We have a buy signal right here with an engulfing candle. Price is pushing up. What you're going to be looking for here is push up, retrace, continuation. If we can find that. Daniel asked, what app are you using to show your trade journal? Yeah, Trader Sync, if you want to use it. Here, let me see if I put it over here. Tradersync.com. I know a lot of people like to use TradeZella. I think TradeZella is okay, but they cap you at like 50 accounts. So I have more than 50 accounts, so I use TraderSync. TraderSync has been around longer than like a lot of the other companies. I think they've been around for more than 10 years, so they have a lot of the features that you would need. I feel like a lot of the new companies, they don't have all the stuff that you need, right? Because they're still new. TraderSync's kind of, they've stood the test of time. So, and they're not as expensive either. So that's what I use. Dylan's asking, how do you set a 20-point trailing stop? Let me see, Dylan. So what you want to do here is you want to put, yeah, this is right. So when it hits 21 points in profit, or actually your stop loss wants to be at 1. Let me check mine. Yeah. So change your stop loss right here to 1. So what happens is when it hits 21 points, it's going to move your stop loss and profit to 20 because it's going to move it 1 point away from where price is currently at. If you have this setup right here, Dylan, it's going to set you up to break even. Because once it hits 21 points, it's going to put your stop loss and profit to 1. So basically 1 point in profit. So you want to change this to 1 right here, and then you're good. So what happens here is when it hits 21 points, your stop loss is going to move right below it 1 point. And then right here for your frequency, you have it at 1. So every time it moves up 1 point, it just follows it. So you guarantee 20 points, but then you could also just trail it up even higher. I was using this before, but I don't use it anymore because I realized that with my copier, it causes a lot of slippage because I have like 60 accounts. So it doesn't work well with like a lot of accounts. If you're just using 20 accounts or like even 10 or even just 1, this is perfect. But when you're using like 60 accounts, it causes an issue because they're not all going to close out where they need to. So we have another possible MPS V2 setting up right here, guys. MPS V2, we'll just look over here, confluences, rejection, rejection right here too. See, the thing is, I don't like how these candles are moving. There's a possible MPS V2 coming up here, but this candle's a little blocky. If it comes down and touches the sessions, then obviously I'm not going to take the entry there. And this candle looks like it's a little blocky. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. Mm. I'm gonna hold off on this one, guys, because I feel like it's gonna come down at the last second. You can see right here it's pulling back. I don't want to get into this and then it ends up not being an entry. I'll follow it for you guys though. So there goes the entry right there. We'll follow it. I'm not in it though. Yeah, Barack said if it stays long or issues opposite momentum, he's anxious. Same. CJ said, don't feel bad, Sean. I couldn't copy that trade because NT is having issues or had to manually enter. Yeah, no, it's way too much work to do it that way. Jasper said, do you have a specific license to be able to trade other people's money? So I'm only trading a limited amount of funds right now. It's like more of a family friend's office, Jasper. So you don't need a specific license to trade, like I think a certain amount of accounts and a certain amount of money. But once I reach that threshold, you do need a Series 3, which I'm working on right now. So I'm going to be taking I keep signing up for the Series 3, but I never actually take it because it's just, I just get lazy, honestly. So I just need to sit for the test. So you do need a Series 3 if you want to do it publicly, if you want to put yourself out there as a hedge fund and trade like, a ton of money. You would need a Series 3 to trade futures. If you want to trade stocks, you would need like a Series 63. There's like different tests, different licenses for it. But for futures specifically, what I'm getting and what I would need to get is a Series 3, which is it's not a hard test. It's a 120 question exam. You basically need like a 70% on it to pass. So guys, good thing I didn't take the trade here. See how this is moving around? I had a feeling this was going to happen because it's so close to the sessions and this candle is kind of moving a little iffy. So I didn't take that trade. I don't think anyone else here took it. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so Chet over here actually took it. Try to stop loss and profits are green trades. Smart move right there, Chet. Like I was saying earlier, guys, the trade almost never goes into drawdown. So like if it ever goes into drawdown, it's probably better to just move your stop loss and profit when it swings back up or just pull out of it. So again, like we talked about earlier, guys, I think I'm going to start using that into my analysis. If the trade ever goes into drawdown, I might even just pull out of it. Like even if I'm just like 1 point in negative or 2 points, because then at that point I can just cut my losses, move on to the next one, and then the next one will probably hit. Nice, nice. Yeah, Chet said $60 USD green. Green is green. Yeah, the last one was 400. Yeah, no, definitely. So the last one was perfect. Right now the Fed is speaking, guys. So that's like something to keep in mind. Again, these sessions right here, this is why I don't like trading around this area, because this is a area of manipulation, right? I think price will continue climbing up, but the thing with this here is it's probably going to sit around here before it ends up pushing through. And you just don't really know it's going to actually push through and continue on higher. Yeah, exactly. Shivam to the auto trail would have been a solid one here. I agree. The auto trail is nice. I like the auto trail. The only problem is that, like I said, you can't do it when you have so many accounts because it becomes an issue and I run into a lot of errors. It's the last thing I want to do when I'm trading like real money, of course. With prop for money, it's not a big deal because, you blow the account, whatever, buy another account. But when you're trading real money, it's a lot of risk involved. Scroll up real quick. Chet said use TraderSync to copy everything. Yes, that is correct. So, I don't know how let me check real quick. I think you could, because I use Tradeovate. What happens is, let me see. They should have Rhythmic here because they have all these other companies. Oh, fuck. What did I do? Oh, never mind. Rhythmic. Okay, here, I'll just kind of show you how I upload my trades. So Chet, like this is what I do right here. So see how it has a broker synchronization? you would just use your you would find whatever broker you're using. At least shit, they have like E8. They have a lot of different companies here. They have Dominion Markets if you trade with them. They have crypto.com, CoinX. They have pretty much every company here. So for me, I just trade a bait. I click import trades. I put in my login right there. I click login. And then it pretty much adds all of my trades to my reports. And then once it's done, it says it's done. And then you can go over here to the reports and then you'll see it in your reports there. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool tool. You don't really have to do anything, honestly. You just kind of just put everything in there and then it does it for you. So what I'm doing here is I'm just importing my prop accounts and my personal account. I can't import like the client accounts because then I would have to like manually log into like 20, 30 accounts. I don't got time for that today. So I usually do that at the end of the month. Right now I'm just doing my prop accounts and then my personal account. All right, got a couple more here. And I think I got one more account on my per diem for trades. All right, guys, we got a sell signal here. Possible setup for an NPS V2 to the downside. I don't see any rejections off the upper end. Yeah, I don't see any confluences for sells here, so I'd probably be careful with the sells, like just for now at least. Okay, so here are my stats for the month so far, guys. I'm halfway to my goal of 100,000, which hopefully I'll hit this month. Okay, so for March, I made 57,185 for the whole month so far. Just this week, basically, I had a win on Monday. I only traded small accounts because I was trading on my Tradeovate on my laptop. I didn't have my Ninja laptop with me for my vacation, so I only made 6,000. This should have been another 20,000 or 30,000 right here. I made 21,340 on Monday. On Wednesday, I lost 32,175. And this is me, showing you guys the transparency. Not every day is going to be a winning day, but if you have a good strategy that has a decent like win rate and profitability, you should make pretty good profit for the long term. And then right here, 27,740 yesterday. And then today, pretty nice. I took less trades. See how there's only 21 trades because I didn't add on those 4 other accounts. So I took less trades, but I made more profit because I went to my full TP for 30 points, locked in 33,780. I probably made about like 50,000 for the day because I didn't add on my hedge clients. So I add on another, basically another 30 accounts here. And I'd probably be at like 60,000. But, this isn't to show off how much money I made. This is to show you the consistency of my trading, right? I want to be fully transparent with you guys. This is my profit for March. This is my profit for February, made 81,000. You guys can see my losers. You guys can see my winners. I don't hide anything here. You guys, I trade live, so all this stuff you can you can go back and recheck it if you want from live sessions. And then January, I made 73,000. So for the month so far, I'm doing pretty decent. I'm doing pretty good for the month or for the year so far. January, I made 73,000. I had losing days. I had winning days. February over here, same thing. And this is why I always laugh when I always get trolls in my DMs, like telling me, oh, your strategy sucks, or learn how to trade. I'm like, all right, learn how to trade, but look at my profits. Like, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people out there will never show you their yearly stats, right? Like a lot of people don't show yearly stats. They'll show their profits for one day, but they won't show their profits for the week. Most people won't show you profits for a whole month, but I'll show you whole profits for the whole year. And we'll do this from March, February, and then so on until the end of the year. Just to show you guys, it's possible to be profitable with a one-to-one strategy. I don't know. A lot of people they're so stuck on those like 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s, 1-to-5s, but it's like you got to find what works for you, and you just gotta push through it. So there's an NPS V2 that came up right here, guys. Unfortunately, I missed it. It came up very, very quickly, and it literally went straight to TP without any drawdown. Damn, that was a pretty sharp move. I didn't have any confluences here, so I wouldn't have taken that trade anyways. Yeah, I didn't see any top rejections off here. The thing is, the strategy works pretty fine as is. Actually, there was a rejection right here. But it was a double rejection from the top and the bottom. Yeah, there weren't enough confluences here for me to want to take the sell there, so I wouldn't have taken that to begin with. But if you guys did take it, looks like Sam here caught it, and he locked in a pretty good profit right there. Anyone else in the group catch it? Yeah, Jasper said this is a drop I was talking about. If price breaks and closes below open, I think it'll be a pretty bearish push. Yeah, ideally, I was thinking that it was going to be bearish today anyways. Like, this bullish push right here was kind of unexpected, especially for the NFP news over here. I know the news was positive, but you can see it just pushed up, then it came back down, then it pushed back up. If you guys look over here, it's doing exactly what we talked about this morning, right? I said we're in a pretty big range here. And that's literally what's happening. But like what Jasper said, if we break and close below the opening right here, then I think it's going to continue dropping because it's going to break out of the range at that point, right? So let me go ahead and just extend this over. See the range I drew from this morning? Price it hasn't broken past it yet, but if it does, it'll probably keep dropping even further. 7:37 right now. We still got some time. Got a lot of time. Chet, so for bull knocks, let me check real quick. Where is it at? Vote. I don't know if you can do bull knocks. You might have to look at what bull knocks, like what broker they actually use. Because bull knocks isn't a broker, it's a prop firm. So you have to look for like these are all actual brokers. So I'm not sure what bull knocks uses. I know they use Rhythmic, but yeah, no, they're not on here because they don't have prop firms. Like it's like whatever you log in from. Let me see, Rhythmic, unless it's through TraderVate too, but I don't think so. So these are only brokers, they're not prop firms. You have to check, I guess you could message them like, hey, what broker do you guys use? And they'll tell you. QRS. See, I don't see Rhythmic on here, but I think Rhythmic is under something else too. I think they're under CQG or some shit like that, something. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. These are all just brokers, crypto.com, CoinX, Coinbase, CMC Markets. Or so if they don't have it on here, you can do it manually too. You can just go to manual entry or you can go to import trades, and then you'll just go to your broker, like on Rhythmic, you'll download it, and then you'll just you'll upload it as a file. So you can try it out. I think they have a free option of this. So you can try it out, see what they offer, and then from there you could go to you can always upgrade if you want to upgrade it. I don't know why I upgraded it, but I did because I like the tool so much. But you probably don't have to upgrade it. So let's go back to the charts. We got price below the opening price. So like Jasper, looks like your analysis here is going to start to play through. If they're break and retest off the opening price right there, lower liquidity. Chip said looks free for a week trial, seems better than my replicano. So it's not a trade copier, Chip. Just a heads up. That this here is not a trade copier, guys. This is just a trade journal. So it doesn't like my trades here, it just shows what my profits and my actual trades are. Like if I was to click on this here, it would show like what all my trades were. Right. Like if I wanted to click on this here and I went over here and I showed you guys like what the profits were for today, it would show all my profits are here for those accounts. But it doesn't this isn't a trade copier. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. It is a trade journal. You'd still have to use a Replicano. I use Replicano still. So just something to keep in mind. So far. So here are my stats for the month, for the year so far. I didn't realize I was like, I never really look at my stats for the year so far. So my stats for the year so far, this is from January 1st up until today. I'm actually up 213,000. So pretty good year so far overall. My win rate's currently at 73.72%. A couple break evens because of, I mean, obviously, the stop loss and profit. My return on winners. So my total wins for the year so far, I made 453,000, almost 500,000 for winners. I lost 239,000, so overall that's 213. And then minus commissions, I'm around like 164,000 for the year so far. So I mean, it's a pretty good year so far across, like, these aren't even including all my accounts. So probably closer to like maybe, I'll say 250 around there. So I reached my goal for the year, but not for the month yet. And we'll continue on. So let's see what we got here. We got nothing here right now. We got the yeah, Chet, it's just a trade journal. It's not I mean, I wish that was a trade copier. Honestly, if they had a trade copier where I could do everything in one place, that would be super, super ideal. Because that would I mean, that would be game changer, right? Then I would go open an account with every prop firm. Right now I can only use Ninja, so that's why I'm with Apex, I'm with Tradeify, I'm with Perdia, and then I have one account with Take Profit Trader. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna try to see what's up with them, and then I'll if I like them, then I'll buy more accounts. I only have one account with them right now. All right, so we have a break and retest right here off this lower support level. Also opening price. Again, we're looking for price to continue down lower. The sellers have been in control here since 724. Prices come down a little bit. Got some team profits over here. We have Siobhan locked in. Yeah, Siobhan killed it today. And is that one account pro 31,000? Oh, because you took the opening, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. So he took, oh, not the open, he took the news spike, 31,000, 43,000. That's crazy. Nice work right here, Siobhan. Siobhan basically locked in over 100K for the day, looks like. Almost. That's what happens when you take those huge news spikes. So nice work right there, Siobhan. Then we have Jonathan here. He locked in 190 for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot of my profits so far. There's nothing to take right now, guys. So don't worry, you guys are not missing out on anything. I take the screenshot on my phone because it's because I can just snip the stuff that I actually need. And everyone's killing it this week, guys. I'm super proud of the whole team here because it's not just me profiting, it's all of you guys profiting. So you guys did great so far for the week, for the year, actually, the week and the year. It's crazy to think the year just started. So we got a long way ahead of us. All right, taking a screenshot of my profits. I'm going to post it in the Discord. There we go. Yeah, Shivam said I'm gonna be calling it a day, I think. Good way to end for a Friday. Thanks for the week. Catch you next week, Sean and the team. Yeah, definitely, Jamal. We'll see you back here on Monday, bro. It was a great week so far. So, I mean, I'm calling it a week too. I think I'm done. Just looking at my profits for the month so far. So, or for the week actually, because we're the first week of March, 59,435. I just got to have another good week and I'll reach my 100K goal for the month. I'm up about 200 for the year so far, so I'm doing pretty solid overall. Yeah, 213 for the year, so I'm doing pretty solid overall. I just want to hit that threshold. I think that threshold is going to be next level for me. Because then once I hit that 100K month, then I'm gonna try to go for like 100K week or 100K day and stuff like that. Like honestly, guys, that's how you guys get better at trading. A lot of people won't. They'll show you like the big profits for like one day, but you want to see the consistency, because if you can do that and lock in 100K months every single month or 100K weeks, you just multiply from there. So, I mean, it really is just multiplying. Adding more accounts, increasing your contract size, trading the same way you've been trading, and just keep drilling it down. But yeah, there's not much else happening right here, guys. We have a buy signal, possible MPS V2 setting up. Let's see, there's no rejections off the bottom end, so we don't have any confluences here. Nothing that I'm personally looking for. Yeah, there's nothing specific here that I'm personally looking for. Looking here at the 30-minute time frame, we have a rejection right here off the value low, but it's not really pushing up. So if it doesn't push up any higher, then there's not going to be a rejection there. Looking over here at the volume profile, we don't have any rejections off the bottom end. We do have a rejection off the top end, so that it's going to be counterintuitive for the buyers. And then looking over here as well on the clean chart, we have rejections off the top end. So I probably wouldn't look for buys here. I would look for sells, right? We have a rejection off the support or resistance turns, support turn resistance. So we got rejections off the top end here, off the SR, rejections off the clean chart, rejections off the volume profile. Nothing here on the 30-minute, still rejecting off that value low. Yeah, so for the most part, I think buys here might be a little risky unless we start to get some rejections off the top end. Did you guys see that? I swear the candle is just down here right now and it shot up in like 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. Damn, these are crazy candles. I feel like in a split second right here, this thing shot up like 200 points. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm done trading for the day. That's a crazy spike. Yeah, the Fed's speaking right now, I think. I think this is a good time to call it, guys. I mean, if you guys want to keep trading, feel free. But stuff like this, it'll work out if your name is Sam. If your name is Sam, it'll work out for you. But if your name isn't Sam, it might not. Because you could have been on the sell side here. I mean, this was an MPS V2, so MPS V2 played out right there, guys. But the candle was so extremely large that, I mean, your stop loss would have to be huge to survive that. Nice work, Sam, catching that huge spike right there. But yeah, MPS V2 came up right there at buy signal. Price came down for the break and retest, closed on this candle right here. Entry would have happened on the close. And this thing spiked up. This one candle about 150 points. So that is pretty nuts. It is pretty nuts to say the least. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's see. All right, Cody. Cody's like telling me to get off live now. Come on, Cody, get up.
Connection lost.
This dude's been chilling on my feet this whole time, waiting for me to get off the live. All right, Cody, say hi to your fans. Connection lost. Let's see what we got. Yeah, literally all of my accounts just got disconnected right now, and then they reconnected. Actually, yeah, it shows that all my accounts are dead right now. All right, I think that's a sign for me to get off NinjaTrader. Literally all of my accounts just got disconnected and then just one reconnected, but everything else is pretty much done with. Let's see, Star said today was my first day, made 255. Going to enjoy diving into the training this weekend. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, Star. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I think so. I'll post a video for this MPS V2 on the course. There's no specific video for it yet, but we do have a mentoring session video that we use. I think if you focus on that specific strategy and just drill down on it, I think you'll be perfectly fine. You'll really lock the stuff in. I don't know if Mike's here right now. I think Mike's on a business trip, but Mike's one of the new members that joined in, and he's been training for like I think 6 to 8 years now. He's been training for a long time. He's never been profitable. He joined this group I think less than a month ago. He's been working with me and Brock and a couple other people, and this is the first time he's been profitable. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like he's tried so many different strategies, gone to different mentors, gone to different groups, and it just never worked out for him. But he finally joined this group just at a random, and now he's killing it. So. I'll update the course. I'll do it right now actually before I get off or right after I get off this, and then I'll put the video on there. Yeah, Glenn said, thanks guys, great week. Yeah, definitely Glenn, you killed it today too. Sandra, thanks Sean. Man, I've been green since watching your stream. I'm taking every MPS V2 no matter what. Yeah, the MPS V2, it's a great strategy. Thanks to Brock here for kind of bringing it to light. I had a similar strategy to the MPS V2, basically the original MPS, but Brock just he brought it to another level. So yeah, big thanks to Brock for introducing the version 2 of the MPS. Yeah, Christian said he's awake because you made profits. If not, he would be judging. I know. This morning he was right here on the chair judging me, Christian, because he wasn't sure if we were gonna do well today, but he knows. All right, Cody. It's time for Cody's walk. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I think this is it for the day. It's 7:53. We got about 7 minutes till 8, as you guys can see from the price movement. A lot of like unregular movements in the market. So you got to keep in mind, guys, today's Friday and it's also NFP. So no need to, there we go. My NinjaTrader is now in panic mode because it can't reconnect to a couple of the accounts. So I think it's the signal for me to get off for the day. Yeah, Sam said, yeah, pass my regards to Barack. Ciao. Yeah, Barack said, come on, guys, we all did this. Yeah, no, Brock's been doing great. So hopefully we can get that work. I'm gonna talk to my coder's actually on vacation, Brock. Unfortunately, he's on vacation, so he's gonna be back like in about a month. Brock's gonna try to automate this. I think if you automate this, it'd be even more next level. But yeah, we'll keep Brock on as Brock's basically basically admin at this point. I'm gonna take all of Brock's ideas into consideration. We're gonna make more and more profit along the years. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we had a pretty great week so far. Again, my profits are right here. Or I'll just show you over here real quick. Total profits for the year for me is 213,805. And then for the day, I'm up 36,030. This isn't all my accounts. And then for the month so far, we're currently at 59,000. And for the week, 59,435. So pretty great month, week, year, day so far. And we got a whole couple more months to go for the end of the year. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Oh, CJ over here said, I'm requesting my first payout on my 300K today, thanks to the MPS V2. Yeah, congrats, CJ. Killing it. Shout out to Sean and Barack, definitely. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. I covered everything. I didn't see any other questions here, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here on Monday for market open. So, all right, guys.